It's 8:30 on the East Coast, and that can only mean one thing. We're going live. It's Wednesday night. It's a Loftus Party live stream. We're underway, everybody. Lots to talk about. Live stream, I think I love you. But I want to know for sure. There's tariffs today. There's tariffs, and there's it's Liberation Day. Some people are saying it's going to be the Great Depression. I love it. I love it. I love it. We're going to get into all of that, plus some craziness in the world of fencing. What? Elon Musk, Doge, Social Security. Now it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's welcome some people to our crazy stream. We didn't do one last week. Last week was a travel day. Okay, let's say hello to some people. And for that, I must reveal my true identity. Yes, it's me, Clark Kent. Hello from Dublin, Ohio. Hello from Illinois. Hey, how's it going? Jan is here. Jan just shows up and always reminds me about Florida and about how awesome it is. Hey, from Wendy, Kentucky. That's Wendy. Wendy from Wendy, Kentucky. Everyone knows it's Wendy. Lord Vader, you're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, let the record show that Lord Vader, okay? Lord Vader just said I'm the best. Use your power. Use your hatred. Then you shall die. Mikey Dog is here too. Last week was a travel day. And that's... I should, if anybody's in the Spokane area, Idaho, that whole hunk of the country, you guys represented. That was a fun weekend. Myself, Dave Landau, the American Misfits, had an absolute blast in that town. Those were some fun shows. Kay, Heidi Ho, Kay, how's it going? Yeah, so it was Spokane, then flew across the country for the Greg Gutfeld show with Piers Morgan. That was a good time. That was a fun one. And then Susan says, great show at the Roxy. That was in Detroit. Cannot wait to get back there. I've been talking to Joe DeVito. He's all good. He's good to go. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more American Misfit dates. And then for my friends in LA, for my friends in Los Angeles, it has been a while since I have seen you. But at the end of this month, that weekend of I think it's like the 24th, 25th, 26th, something like that. The end of April, I'll be in the greater Los Angeles area. Oxnard. I believe the name of the club is Levity Live. And it has been a minute. And I don't think I'm not going to even look at the Palisades. I'm not going to go by my old stomping grounds. I'm not going to go by the Palisades, and I'm not going to go through Malibu. I just can't. That might just push me over the edge. That might push me right over the edge. And God help those people in California and Hawaii. How about the people in Hawaii too? Excuse me. I'm choking on my rage. You got to get with Gavin Newsom, and now I find I have to do this when I talk about Gavin Newsom. This is that's the official. This is Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is one hand. She just has the one hand that decides what she should do and protect Constitution and maybe open up that vial of ketamine. But Gavin Newsom, he's double. He does the wrist bump, the back and forth. He does the whole hand jive. With California, we're trying to. That guy, you got to get rid of Karen Bass. You got to get a new mayor, Los Angeles, okay? And if you could please have that done by the end of April. And Gavin Newsom That dude's really talking like he thinks he has a chance at being president. I, I, it's wild to see. Let's not forget about how close Kamala Ding Dong. This last election, this last one with the Donald versus Kamala Ding Dong. Okay, it was a lot closer than I would have liked. I mean, it was a blowout, but I don't like that they got anything. There should have been 2 votes. It should have been Kamala Ding Dong and Tim Waltz. Tim Waltz, that should be it. Hey everybody, leg kick. How's it going? I'm too much man. That's the problem. These Republicans, they're afraid of my manliness. Big heart for you. Okay. So let's say Aunt Nancy will beat him. The machine is the Democrat machine is still powerful. That's like all these people. I see them on Fox News all the time. They're like, the Democrat Party is in disarray. What's the answer? How can they get it together? I'm like, why do you even want to help them? Why? I don't listen when the Democrats are in disarray and they're all jacked up and they're supporting just the absolutely most horrific crap you can imagine. Let them keep going. They're not pop. Let them keep going. Let Jasmine Crockett keep talking trash. Just let them keep going. Here's what I want to know. Well, everybody's worried about how are the Democrats going to get it together? Why isn't the GOP moving at the speed of frickin' light? Go, start. It's like all of the executive orders, the Donald's doing great stuff, Elon's doing great stuff, JD Vance, Marco frickin' Rubio, everybody's crushing it. Everybody's doing great. And then you turn around, you're like, what are they even talking about in Congress? You got some lady holding a baby. I think I should be able to vote from home because I have a baby. Shut up. Shut up. You can't. Sorry. You're in Congress. Moving on. Were you not prepared? Did that just sneak up on you? The whole fact that you were going to have to be there to cast votes. We should make a special allowance for moms because I'm a mom. You better hope that I have to be careful. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I want the GOP to what do they call that? Codify. They got to turn this stuff into law, like fast. It's going to be time for another round of elections before you know it. And they're going to be like, well, we had those budget talks, and then we had to figure out about how the new moms were going to vote with a Zoom. I cannot stand it. Tom Woods is talking about voting, one-day voting in person, photo ID. Yes, I would add one thing to that, Tom, my good man. Paper ballots. No more touchscreen baloney. Paper ballots, photo ID, you vote in person. Skadoosh. Anna Paulina Luna get to work. They have daycare there. Yeah. Anna Paulina Luna. Anna, she did a poster. So she's still in my good graces. But she did like a photo shoot. She was wearing a Make America Great Again one-piece bathing suit, thong back. That's gonna buy you some time. Where I come from, I'm like, you have an awesome booty, Anna. Okay, but it wears off after a while. You can only hypnotize me with your sweet body parts so long, and then we get back to business. Lloyd says, "Hi, Michael from Virginia. How's it going, Lloyd? What part of Virginia? You in Richmond? You in Virginia City? You in?" I got to get back to Virginia. Leslie, may God protect you and everyone in the path of the storm. Is there a big storm tonight? Come on, you guys. I can't. Get ready, get ready. It doesn't buy nothing from me, says Larry Bird. Did you not see the photo? Okay. Cat Church brings up the very next topic that I wanted to talk about. The Social Security. If you go, when we're done to the loftusparty.com, I got links, I got the story, all of this about all of the Social Security numbers that were being handed out to illegals. Just tons. And so there's a whole video presentation and there's charts and graphs. There were millions of illegals getting Social Security numbers, getting registered to vote, and I guess a large number of these people were actually voting. So that's a problem. I was doing some research for the live stream and I was watching. I forget who it was. She was one of the hosts on Fox News talking to like Chris Coons, and this dude, Democrat, was just on his talking points, and it was one of the roughest little interviews I've seen in a long time. She couldn't even ask him a question, and she wasn't going to be rude and interrupt him. And this dude had a little freaking mini filibuster on Fox, and this guy's like, "Hey, there's no fraud in the Social Security Administration. These Doge fellas come in here with these crazy numbers. We just had our auditor look at it. Our auditor looked at it and found it like less than a 0.1% was like, dude." That is the problem. This crap. See how good I did there? I wanted to cuss so bad. This crap has been going on for decades with their little I've got this non-governmental organization and I need some money from the government. Then the government gives me $2 billion and then they don't spend it and they give it back. The jig is up. They've been doing this for decades and their oversight never found it. That's the other thing. Like supposedly we had oversight. Supposedly we had watchdogs. Supposedly, but they weren't getting it done. I couldn't be happier with Doge. I couldn't be happier with it. And God bless Elon for taking the pay cut and suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune for dealing with this crap. Social Security. What? I get too mad. But for these morons from the left to come across, I don't think Elon, his numbers aren't right. We had our guy look at it just a few years ago. He said it was fine. So how did they find the millions of illegals getting Social Security? How did they find all of the people who were like a couple hundred years old? How did that happen? Lisa Smith watching Ryan Hall, y'all. Doge is the best, says Lloyd. Doge is the best. What is a jig? The jig is up. You know what? I usually love like where those phrases come from, and that's one of the ones that I don't know. Like when they say that, come on, fellas, the jig's up. Maybe that means the dance is over. The dance is over. The jig is up. It's in a Styx song about the renegade who had it made. That song, my oldest brother had that album, and me and Styx didn't get along too well. Until that one song. The news is up, the news is out, they finally found. I'm like, thank God. Yeah. Poor Styx. And you know, my friends on the left do not believe anything Doge says they found. It's insane. Yes, it is. It is. It is. And I've never seen more transparency. I've been trying to do updates every week, and I'll keep doing it at the loftusparty.com. But like, so the gang at Doge, they say, here's our findings. And they have the methodology, and they're like, this chart shows this chart shows that. Here's how we did it. If the Democrat machine was really interested, they would send a representative, and they'd go, hey, walk me through this. It's wild to watch. Like, Doge is just kind of like the icing on the cake. Thank goodness we have the Donald in there doing all this stuff. If you look at what's going on in Europe, how they took Marine Le Pen like off the ballot. They're like, they are going to send her to jail. They're terrified of that woman. Like, what's going on in Europe? They're trying to get Conor McGregor off the ballot in Ireland. It's like, and these actual goofballs are the ones telling you, like, we're just trying to protect democracy by throwing people in jail who oppose you. It's the craziest thing ever. So we should be very happy. We should be very happy that the Donald had the stones to keep going after Butler, Pennsylvania. And we should be very happy that Elon took the pay cut. And we should be very happy that Pete Hegseth took the pay cut. And all these guys and Dan Bongino, they all took the pay cut. It's the most patriotic thing I've seen in my life. And if they can straighten it out, we got to talk about these tariffs. It was hilarious. I was looking at X, just to see what was trending before we fired up the live stream. And these guys, there's people, these economists, who, and I guarantee these were the same people who, when Sleepy Joe was in there, they were like, yeah, there might be a temporary inflation, might be temporary. Joe Biden and his economic freaking brain trust drove this economy into the dirt, into the absolute dirt. And now Trump is leveling the playing field with these tariffs, these incredibly lopsided tariffs that have been put on American businesses. He's leveling the playing field, and they're like, okay, that's it. Might as well pack up and go home. It's going to be the Great Depression. It's going to be the Great Depression. Friggin', how? Oh, everything's going to get more expensive. Even if it was made here in America, is American stuff? See, I don't see. How is there a tariff on American stuff if it was made here? That's weird. Seemed like that's going to be okay. Seemed like that. You know what we need to do? We need to get back to those labels that show you where everything. Do you guys remember those when you were a kid? They, like made in Taiwan, made in Vietnam, made in Canada. Bring those back. The future's so bright, you've got to wear shades. Yes, you do. Biden is brain dead. Okay, Lloyd, thank you for bringing that up. Holy smoke. I got to keep one eye on the clock because I do tend to go long. Here's the other one that came out recently. There's so much big news everywhere, and just stay fired up about it all. They looked at these internal memos, the internal emails, all these chats that the FBI was having. And this was all reported by Catherine Herridge and Michael Schellenberger. Again, I have it at the loftusparty.com. And just talking about how the FBI went to such great lengths to keep people from talking about the Hunter Biden laptop, the Biden laptop story. And somebody from the FBI accidentally spilled the beans back then. It's like, yeah, it's real. We know it's real. And that person, they got a memo. They got hey, don't bring this up again. Don't do it. So that to me is election interference in the biggest way from the FBI. and I know we haven't, I know we're all happy with Kash Patel and all that great stuff, but I'm still where I started a couple years ago. Get rid of the FBI. Gut it. We can hire people back, close the entire agency. After what they did, the Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping plot. Oh, the FISA abuse, and we need to spy on people. Oh, and the Russia. Oh, and the undercover operatives in J6, and oh, it just goes on and on. And this is from the highest levels down. They gotta do a controlled demolition on the FBI, just like they're doing on the education board of Department of Education. I can't, as a criminal defense attorney, what the FBI did with the laptop, it's beyond the beyond, and we can't get numb to that. We can't just go, it's like I have zero faith. I have 1%. I have 1% faith in the FBI, and that's Kash Patel. But like the FBI would still do something really horrible, and you'd look to Kash Patel, and he'd be like, I'm trying. I'm just one. No, end it all. End it all. Kash wants to preserve the FBI. We're only getting a cleanup, and that's the problem. That's the problem. That's why it's so great with what the Donald's doing with the Department of Education. End it. Go, this is the end. In 2 years, no one's going to have a job here. We're going to totally do like a USAID on this thing. You're going to have to find another line of work. And seriously, we have like 18 other intelligence gathering. Like, what is the FBI doing that no other agency can do? And what is the agency where you think, like, oh, those guys are just they're just Boy Scouts and they love the law and they never lie. That's what we need. That's what we need. And the FBI is forever tainted. Forever tainted, and they can lick my taint. I'm still pissed about the Mary Poppins sing song ding dong. The Mary Poppins sing song ding dong. What is the song? The Mary Poppins sing ding dong. I need more info before I know what you're talking about. The Mary was it? Are you talking about the lady who was in charge of the Department of Misinformation and Disinformation? That Jankowicz chick? Yeah. They're not going to give up. Here's the solution. Here's the solution, and I know I'm not going to be telling you anything. This goes to the Doge of it all, and then I want to talk about Val Kilmer. I really do. I want to talk about Val Kilmer. The longer we go without seeing anybody go to jail, the worse it is for us as a country, as a culture. Like, we can't. I saw a bunch of people from January 6th go to jail. I haven't seen anybody from the BLM riots go to jail. I haven't seen anybody from these attacks on Tesla. Haven't seen them go to jail. I just see one side that goes to jail. I see Joe Biden executive orders till the cows come home, and the conservative side, the GOP, is like, we don't know what to do. We're trying to, you got to vote for us and send it. Like, here we are again. It's 2016 all over again. Like, literally, they're trying to deport criminals, and you got some judge in frickin' Nowheresville, Utah, going, not so fast. I think I'll decide who stays. And I'm tired of the constant lawsuits. I'm tired of these constant judges who's going, excuse me, I think I'll be running the military from over here. I'll decide who can be in the. I'm so sick and tired of it. It's really, and that's why I started this whole thing with, like, the GOP needs to get moving. They need to get moving. Everybody else is moving at light speed, and boy, the GOP better start doing the same. And people need to go to jail for like a crazy long time. That would solve all of this. If someone, and it's just like friggin' the Donald did it with the statues back in the day, back in like 2019. He's like, anybody who rips down a statue, it's going to be a felony, and you're going to go to jail for a super long time. All of a sudden, the statues weren't getting torn down anymore. I'd do that with every single person who keys a Tesla, everybody who like rubs their butt on it. That is an act of terrorism. You're trying to intimidate people for political purposes. You're going to jail for 20 years. 20 years. And when that person is crying, this was the first time, and I'm never going, you're going to jail for 20 years. The shit will stop overnight. And for all of these freaking DC insiders with their, I started a non-governmental organization, and then I went to my friend in DC, and then he got me $2 billion. $2 billion. It's too much. So many people have to go to jail. We've got a few people in there who are doing this to like for honor and to prove a point and to prove it can be done, and God bless them all. That's what our society is supposed to be. It's supposed to be everybody in Congress. Nobody went down for Epstein. Nobody went down for Diddy. But yeah, that guy. I think the Diddy trial starts in 2 weeks. I heard that on the radio in New York. Okay, and where's Jackie? Where's Jackie? Where's Jackie? Did you know Val documented most of his life on video? Emily's bringing it back to Val Kilmer. Okay, so I saw the news that Val Kilmer had passed from pneumonia at the age of 65. That's always a weird one. Remember when Jim Henson from the Muppets? Oh, pneumonia. And then Raul Julia. That guy was a great actor. Oh, pneumonia. So anyway, Val Kilmer. So then I'm like, I'm gonna do something for the website and post something, because I actually watched that documentary about Val Kilmer, and most of his life was documented on video from like a very, very early age. I highly recommend that documentary. Everybody, highly recommend it. It is it's quite good. First of all, absolutely blown away at all of the movies that guy was in. It's crazy. It's crazy. All the great Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He was friggin', Top Gun. That's wonderful. The Batman. Yes, that's great. But friggin' just movie after movie after movie. Tombstone. That was a movie I went into and I was like, this is not going to be good. I don't think this one's going to be. That guy, that was a clinic. That was like a clinic on, he was, Kurt Russell was great, but come on. Val Kilmer, he was freaking fantastic. The Saint. What are some other, here's the wild thing about Val Kilmer. He tells the story. He tells the story in the documentary. He didn't want to be in Top Gun. The guy wanted to be an actor. He loved doing accents. He loved the whole thing, like a Broadway actor. He wanted to really create a character. Heat. He was freaking awesome at Heat. Oh, The Doors, Jim Morrison. So he really wanted to be an actor, and they offered him this part in Top Gun of just, hey, you're a pretty boy who just kind of stands there and chews gum. And he's like, I don't think. And finally, the director talked him into, I know you want to be like an actor and everything. Just come help us out on this. He was great in that one too. Yes, he was an artist. He was a painter. He was a poet. He really, and it's the heartbreaker of it. and it's already 9 o'clock. I guess he did a one-man show about Mark Twain, and he was doing the one-man show about Mark Twain, and it was brilliant. Supposedly, it was fantastic, and then he was going to take it to Broadway, and then the idea was to do them. And then what they do is you do previews, right? You start a play, and you're kind of working it out, and you're taking out the stuff that doesn't work and making other things better. But you do that out of town, and then when you're ready, you go to Broadway. So they were getting it ready for Broadway, and that's when he found out he was sick and had the throat cancer. So yeah, it's a heartbreaker. It's a great documentary. Highly recommend it. And just that guy, that was a champ. And you find out, like, the people who were talking smack about Val Kilmer, when you're like, oh, I heard he was a difficult actor. That was just him wanting to do a good job, wanting to keep it interesting, love it when you're on Gutfeld and also the Mark Blazer Show. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. I'll be back on Gutfeld in 2 weeks. Precious Snowflakes. Sorry, Michael Keaton was the best Batman. Well, Mikey, you've opened up a fine can of worms there. You know, here's a controversial take right here. A super controversial. You know who was a really good Batman who's underappreciated? Ben Affleck. Ben frickin' Affleck. And if you ever read the Frank Miller graphic novel Batman Returns and Batman versus Superman and the Dark, you would agree. Keaton was good. I'm Batman. You know why? You know why everybody likes Keaton's Batman so much? Because that was the first time it was done like just straight. There was no like Adam West. Well, Robin, it looks like Commissioner Gordon. There was no joke to it. Somebody, and I think, and credit to Keaton for doing it, but he played it straight, which was wonderful. Al says Adam West was the best. Al, here's a funny little story. So, I'm always wearing the t-shirts. This is like my uniform. This is nothing new. So I was working on a cartoon for Nickelodeon. And this is a fun story, and then we'll go. So I'm working on this cartoon for Nickelodeon. I'm writing on it. That's what this means. I was writing. And so I'm walking into work one day, and I got a gray t-shirt on that's got the the bat signal on it, the old school bat signal. So I'm walking in, and this dude is walking out, and I look up, and I'm like, "Is that?" And as my brain is slowly putting together, that's Adam West. My world is in slow motion, and he just looks up. He looks up at me. He sees my T-shirt, and he goes, "I thought I was Batman. Have a good day, citizen." And he just kept walking. It was awesome. Okay. So now smash cut to, I'm writing on the George Lopez show. Great time. Writing on the George Lopez show, and we get word through somebody's agent that Christopher Walken wants to do a sitcom. So because Chris Walken wanted to do a sitcom, ABC was like, "Oh, you could do one with us. We just would like to see you on one of the shows." And okay. So Christopher Walken was going to be a guest star on the George Lopez show. So now we're writing an episode with Christopher Walken in mind. And we came up with this crazy thing where for some reason George has to go to court and he has to get a lawyer, and Chris Walken is the lawyer. So the whole script, George, Angie, tell the kids, you got to go to court. So we do that. They send the script to Christopher Walken to get approval, and he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to do a sitcom. I'm good." So now we were stuck with a script that was written specifically for Christopher Walken and nothing to do with it. It was then that I remembered Adam Adam West bumping into me. And I remember Adam West had a very specific way of talking too. So I'm like, what if we got Adam West to do it? Adam West said yes and was hilarious in the episode. The guy was a champ. He was a prince. He was a joy to work with. But there, if you ever watch old reruns of the George Lopez show on Nickelodeon, and you see the episode with with Adam West, just remember that was supposed to be Christopher Walken, and Adam West did a great job. I'm the king of the jungle, babe, and MAGA VIP. I've been too long and I'm much too strong, and I know what's bothering me. The kind of ruin Elon Musk, yeah. Attacking Teslas left and right. We're gonna show them, we're gonna throw them, we're gonna do what's right. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. I wanna be just like you. I wanna be MAGA too, through and through. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Alrighty, we had a wonderful time. We've gone a little bit late, but we kind of always do. What do Will Smith and Putin have in common? They both attacked comedians. Yeah. Boy, you don't. We could go on. We could go on all night. I got. I think I mentioned Los Angeles towards the end of the month. Do Big Iron. Have a wonderful week. Be kind. Be safe. Stay free. That's great. You're all fantastic. A new video comes out on Friday. Thanks for sharing this. Thanks for being here. To all the people on Locals and Patreon, you're the absolute best. You guys have a great night. And soon we're going to have to talk about the summer shirt. We're getting ahead of it. We're going to do a special shirt for this summer. I got a great idea. It's going to be super duper. Have a great night. You guys are fantastic. Oh, why are those pants still on?